Hey all, Fizzban here. Welcome back to Harmony Eclipsed. Let's continue. Alright, we're in the Volcano, presumably in the Dragonlands maybe? Well, at least in the Volcano. And a little bit of a misunderstanding last time between a vendor that was not a boss, but actually a vendor. But right, we got some slimes this time. And I am just going to auto-attack these. Actually, there is one thing that I probably should do. The creator of the game mentioned that the rings I'm using to halve the damage might be slightly bugged in the way that they're maybe a bit too powerful, considering yeah, depending on how it calculates this, they might just be a bit bugged at the moment and not working as intended, so I'm going to not use them. So I'll do the reality anchor and then I can have her crown back. And we'll see if this... Oh, it's not a ring of protection. Well, that's good enough. That works as intended. So let's move on from here. There's a way down on the right, but what about up here? I mean, Luna still takes 0 damage, and Twilight still takes 0 damage from their magical attacks, so the ring didn't actually do that much, to be honest. Well, that was a crit, so I don't really know how to counter that. Oh, my phone is buzzing. Nothing important. What a shagging in the level. How is my levels actually looking? 29 except Twilight, who's 27. Should I check this area before going up? Oh, this is one. It's dangerous. Should I? I don't know where to. Oh, I have to go down there. Okay, no wait. This area is probably like the most dangerous part of this entire volcano. It was a short trip. Probably I gained a level, so she can heal. The party back up to full. There we go. Which means I should probably actually use a soda, because since she just leveled, it's gonna be a while until she levels again. You know, might as well also top Luna with her mana. There's a chest, and a crystal, and some fire slimes. Or lava slimes, as they were. Alright. Found a tent. I mean, I could use a tent here, but there's no real reason to. I'm pretty topped off as it is. So I'll just save the game and move on. Sounds like a Seems like a boss fight. It's a treasure hoard, probably a big dragon coming up. There it is. Now all we have to look out. There we are. Oh, it's the red dragon. Water, I suppose? Let's try water. Thunder, energy blast, and attack. Water wasn't that great. Thunder was pretty good. Mass fire. Didn't do a lot. Let's try wind. Let's try hail. Let's do energy blast and an attack. Oh, hail is pretty good. Wind is alright. Energy blast is a bit tough. Let's try moonbeam. I think I'll just stick with hail. Energy blast. I don't need to heal yet, so I'll just attack. Oh, moonbeam didn't do a lot. Guess I'll stick with wind on Luna. So far it hasn't done a lot aside from just using a AoE fire attack. That doesn't do a lot of damage. Oh, that's a tail sweep. That was a physical AoE attack. Using hail, using I suppose I can start healing a bit with Fluttershy. I think I'll heal Rainbow as the first one, since she's the lowest. There we go. That was a single attack for okay-ish damage. Nothing too special, and it only did hit Rainbow, so not too worried. I'll heal Luna or Fluttershy. Well, he'll Fluttershy. Another wind, hail, energy blast, and heal on Rainbow. Probably heal Twilight, I suppose? I'm out of mana. I could just use the mana potion, but I want to see how much damage Luna's attack will do. Same for Twilight, I suppose. I will do a heal on Luna. I think Luna's attack might have just been fairly good as it is. Twilight will probably need to use some mana potions, so will Fluttershy. Try to see how much an attack with Rainbow Dash will do. Fluttershy goes back to healing. Oh, that was actually a big crit. I forgot to see how much damage Rainbow's attack is doing. I'll use a healing item, and I will also use an actual heal. Attack, and energy blast, a heal on, I suppose, Fluttershy herself. We should probably use a mana potion on Rainbow so she can start using hail again. Do that. Twilight can use an item on Luna to heal her up, and Fluttershy can use a mana potion on herself. Back to using hail on Rainbow. Energy blast, healing on Rainbow, I think. Oh, well, there we go. And everyone except Fluttershy gained a level. Luna's up to 30. Twilight has so much HP. Luna's getting up there as well. That dragon must have considered this crystal to be part of its hoard. No wonder it attacked us. It may be gone for now, but we must remain vigilant in case of its return. Twilight and I should stay here to handle the breaking of the seal. The rest of you should keep watch. Sister, are you sure you won't need my help? Your student is more skilled than she gives herself credit for. Besides, the others will need you in case the dragon comes back. I suppose you're right. You will persist on this until I answer your questions, yes? Then we may as well get them over with. Ask. Well? It's just, now that the time has come, I'm not sure I want to know the answers, but I have to know. I need to know. So I know that you and Princess Celestia defeated Sombra 1,000 years ago. And it's fairly obvious that dark magic had something to do with your transformation into Nightmare Moon. But it was something Sombra did to you that caused it, wasn't it? That is correct. And I'm not sure, but I think it's the same thing he did to me. I believe so, yes. She is just she's not very forthcoming with information, is she? It's still there, isn't it? This feeling I get around the corruption's influence is not just sensitivity. Something else, something left over from what he did, resonating with the darkness. It seems as though you have already answered all of your own questions. Why bring them to me? Because you still have it too. It was what let me turn you back into Nightmare Moon. I try not to think about all the things I did while corrupted, but that is something I doubt I'll ever forget. You've lived with it for all this time, but never told anyone, not even your own sister. Why? Why keep suffering like this? Why not find a way to get rid of it for good? Ah, I see now. That is the question whose answer concerns you, the root of all your fears. And though I wish I could say otherwise, I'm afraid your fears are justified. The reason I have lived with it for so long is because there is no way to be rid of it. The confrontation between Sombra, myself, and my sister was several years before the transformation that earned me my banishment. During that time, I sought every means I could think of to be rid of it, but to no avail. Eventually, I realized that the only one who placed this curse could lift it, so I had no choice but to endure. It remains within me, within us, dormant, waiting for the spring to blossom once again. I doubt even Sombra's defeat would rid of us this curse. Only by his will would we be free of it. But why not tell Princess Celestia? Surely she could help. Your faith in my sister is touching, but I'm afraid she is not quite as all-powerful as you seem to think. I know her much better than you do, and if she has one weakness, it is that she cares too much. Think upon your friends, Twilight Sparkle. If they learned of this curse, how far would they go to help you? Would they be willing to risk their lives for your sake? Would they be willing to risk the lives of innocents? Would they be willing to endanger all of Equestria in order to help you? You're lucky to have friends who care for you so much, Twilight, but a ruler of a nation cannot afford to be so reckless. If I told my sister of my condition, I know that she would have freed Sombra and placed the entire world at risk in order to help me. I refused to allow that to happen, so I hid my curse as long as I could. I suppose you're right. But still, you know as well as I do that we are going to have to tell them all eventually. Sombra is already free, and the longer we hide our curse, the more likely it is that we'll somehow end up endangering them. This is something they need to know. I'm aware of that, but now is not the time. We have a task, and we cannot afford to have others risking their lives for our sake. I understand, Luna. I don't like it, but I understand. For now, let us focus on the seals. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go. Anything you can remember about where the last one is, Sugar Cube? Well, I didn't want to say it until I was absolutely certain, but yes, I figured it out. It's in a dark cave filled with crystals that form natural wards, making any spells cast inside them impossible to detect. And there's only one place in Equestria I know of like that. The caves beneath Canterlot. But how could such a powerful magical relic have remained hidden under the capital city for so long? Even with the crystals, surely some pony would have noticed over 1,000 years. The fact that the seal is there is what's important, not how it got there. We must return to Canterlot at once. Twilight? Yes, Princess? About our conversation earlier, please do not speak of it to my sister. I am the one who has hidden this curse, and I should be the one to bear the burden of telling her. Don't worry, Luna. I hadn't planned on telling Princess Celestia about it myself. I am glad you understand. We'll tell them together. Pardon? You don't have to carry this burden alone any longer, Luna. I know how you feel, better than any pony has for a long time. I don't know how much help I could be, but I'll be there for you just as much as you were there for me when you brought me back. We'll tell them together. The princess, my friends, every pony, all at the same time. Thank you, Twilight Sparkle. It helps a great deal. That's what friends are for. Now let's hurry and catch up before they start worrying about us again. That's what friends are for. Oh, that was fast. Twilight, are you certain the third seal is here? I don't sense any traces of dark magic. Absolutely. My memories of what I found here are still a bit fuzzy, but this is the only place that could match what I do remember. Of course, it's just, these caves unsettle me. I would prefer it if we left them quickly. Sister, is something wrong? No, just a bad feeling. And nothing will ever go wrong if you have a bad feeling about something. Alright, we can explore the caves for a little bit. Is that the way onwards? It might be down there. I want to check out... Oh! A stone elemental. I'll try auto attacks just to see how tough it is. Fairly tough to physical attacks, but it also looks that way. Try using wind, hail, energy blast, and auto attack. Energy blast did quite a bit. Wind and hail, not too much. You can also get a tonic. That's the one that resurrects, if I remember correctly. Oh, there was a chest I almost missed. A sapple. I think this is just the way back. Yeah. Oh, funky scorpions. I'll try a wind on that. Hail, energy blast, and attack. Hail did alright against those. Wind, not too much. Energy blast, still pretty good. Okay, water, thunder, energy blast, and auto attack. Water's pretty good. Oh, Flourish I gained level, and I got a mana potion from them. Is there anything in here? No. I do like the background music of this place. Crystal Shale Cat. Alright. Thunder is not that great. Water's pretty good. Let's see, how about hail? Hail's alright against those. I don't think there was any chest that I missed up there, so I can move on. There's certainly a chest there. Guess I'll have to go this way to go around. See, game. I guess that is the way I'm supposed to go up there. Water on that one. Thunder, I think, maybe. Energy blast, attack. Yeah, thunder works decent on the scorpions. Guess I can just try auto attacking to save a bit of mana on these. Is anyone in need of healing? No, not really. Oh, we gained a level. There's another sap apple. I think I do need to check just down below. Oh, I pressed auto. Oh well. Oh, petrify. Let's see. Hail on that. Energy blast. That. Remedy on Luna. there we go. Suppose Rainbow Dash could use a heal. I'll do that for the next encounter. Water, hail, energy blast, and just gonna do some auto attacks. Oh, that was a crit. And there we go. Rainbow gained a level, which is handy considering she was almost out of mana. And there was another sap apple down here. Water, thunder, energy blast, and auto attack. And I will save the game. I think I'll leave this episode here because we're nearing the 30-minute mark. And we'll try to see if we can't find and break the last seal in the next episode. So thank you all for watching, and Fizzban out.